Welcome to another episode of The Offseason presented by Cardinal Studios. The Offseason is available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. On this episode, we are going to continue going into the NFL draft prospects, moving into tackles. Today, we're going to go through three of them, as we've got three of our cast here today. In descending order, we got Mike with tackle out of. Actually, I'm not even gonna take the floor from y'all. So we're just gonna get right into it. And Michael's gonna go ahead and kick us off.
Yeah. So we got Max Hanacho from Arizona State, and I'm 99% sure that's how you say it. I'm not 100%.
I'm not sure that's how you say it, man.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure. I seen it on the film I was watching. Hanacho, that's how they were pronouncing it. So that's what I'm gonna run with. But yeah, Arizona State, 6'6", 325. I think in I tried to look up some of his PFF stats and go a little bit more in depth. And he was listed at a couple different weights. There was 330, 335. I think I saw 321. So I don't know. Somewhere in between there. Big boy. Very tall. Athletic. He's a beast. He's a beast for sure. He's projected second round, kind of second, third-ish. He's more projected the second. I think I could definitely see him going in the third. It just depends on, what team really needs that. I mean, he's gonna be because he's so raw, he's not as technical, so he's gonna need to be coached. And I'll go into that more as I dive into Max. But so I have
shit. If he's nice and he continues coaching, where he lands could be a big factor how good he turns out.
Yeah, for sure. And I was gonna get into that. But I think to succeed, he is gonna need to go on a team that's more that has a really good line coach and stuff like that. So in his combine, he had a very a pretty good combine. Out of his scores, his production score was 62, which was 18th ranked overall out of all of them. And then his athleticism score and his total score was 86 for his athleticism, which is 6th overall, which is pretty good. And then total score was 7th. So not bad. He had a 4.9 40, I think 31 vertical jump. He was, kind of a freakishly athletic big guy, honestly. I had for his player comparison, Jermaine Ifedi from he played in Seattle for 4 years. That's how I remember him. I think he bounced around and went to Chicago for a couple of years and something like that. But I had a bonus player comparison, and I really like this because the research that I did was really cool. Actually, Jordan Mailata from the Eagles, one of my favorite, players on the Eagles right now. He's great.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Yeah. So he had, the reason why I comped them was they have similarities in size, but also they had, they both have unconventional starts to football. So Jordan Mailata, I'm pretty sure most of us know now, he came from rugby in Australia. So, he didn't really have a football background, but an athletic background. But he came to the NFL and had to learn everything from scratch pretty much. So that's, I thought that was really cool about him. when I found out he was coming to the Eagles. And then with Max, he didn't really have a football upbringing either. So Max, he comes from Nigeria when he was 13 years old, and he played soccer and basketball growing up. And he didn't start playing football until his second year in college when he went to JUCO in Los Angeles. So I thought that was really cool how they both kind of had like, you know, that unconventional start to their careers and whatnot. So I thought that was fascinating. To break him down, because I have some takeaways. In the film that I watched, he was going against David Bailey, who is a top 10 prospect, probably might go even like top 5 in the draft this year. And we'll obviously get into him later on, you know, in the upcoming weeks, moving forward. But so in their game, David Bailey was kind of going in on him, but it's because, you know, he got the technique. He is, you know, a top prospect, but I will give him some credit because he is like raw and like athletic, and he held his ground for the most part. But it's just like the little things, like his hand placement and like his hips and whatnot and things like that. So those were kind of the things that I took away. Like he's definitely athletic and with, you know, good technique. That's why I brought up and I'm glad you brought it up, Q, the coaching thing, because that's going to be a huge factor on his growth in the NFL. So that's definitely what I'm looking forward to.
Shit, it's a big factor for anybody, but it could be a bigger factor for others, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and definitely for him, that's going to be the biggest factor because you can be raw and athletic, you know, that's great and everything, but at the end of the day, it comes down to the technique too. And especially at those positions, you know, like you got to be able to, you know, stop those little like ghost touches that David Bailey was doing on him, and he wasn't really able to be honest. David Bailey was getting the best of him in a lot of those in that game that they played. So, and obviously in the NFL at the highest level, you know, when you got like a Myles Garrett running at you and you have, you know, like, you know what I mean? Like it's going to be scary. So, you know, he's got the size and everything, but it's definitely more the technical side that I want to see improvements from him. So yeah, that is Max though. That is Max Hanacho.
Okay. All right, Q. Y'all gotta, for the audience listening in, y'all gotta understand my man's is a busy man and he's on the road right now. So he's not on video as you see, but he's on the car heading home. So there's a little bit of background noise, but my man's about to spit some facts at y'all.
So yeah, I'm just now leaving the airport. I was in San Francisco over the weekend at a conference. So yeah, I had Caleb Lomu. He's a tackle from Utah. They must have like a stacked line because Brandon also has a tackle from Utah. 6'6", 313, big dude. Tested well at the combine. I don't have his numbers in front of me, but he tested well. You know, decent speed, all that. He reminds me of Will Campbell, just based off his strengths and weaknesses. He's a really good pass blocking left, like a prototypical left tackle. Like he's really good in pass protection, but he's not the best run blocker. Which again, that's pretty typical for left tackles. They're on the blind side. You want them to be good at pass protection. If they're not the best run blocker, you kind of deal with that. He reminds me of Will Campbell from the Patriots a little bit, where he kind of got the same thing going on. Where really good pass protector, but one of Lomu's weaknesses is his below average arm length, and that's been a big topic of discussion, not necessarily with him, but with Ruben Bain, who was, you know, projected to be like a top 3 NFL pick, and now they're, you know what I'm saying, people are talking about, is he going to drop out of the top 10, or is he going to go, or is David Bailey going to go above him? Like, it's gotten a little crazy, because, like, dude is just, like, a beast. Like, I don't know if y'all saw him at his pro day. Bro showed up no cut. Like, he looked like a dude who, like, plays, like, Super Smash Brothers and, like, watches anime. Like he showed up looking crazy, bro. But like he was just like killing shit, bro. Like literally, like he looked like yo, like what the fuck is boy on? But he was killing shit, bro. Like,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I think again, like
Post the picture.
Lomu, he got the same thing with the below average arm length, but I think again he's a good player. He's a good pass protector. He's which is again that's what you want out of left tackle. But also which plays into his lack of a strength in the run game. He lacks what scouts pointed out was he lacks elite strength. So run pass blocking. I feel like you can get away with more so based on technique. Maybe you get a chip from another your guard or whatever type of thing. But I mean, if you're not that strong and the offense is telling you, yo, push that dude, 5 yards down the field, not hold your ground. Pass blocking and run blocking are two different things. So, but yeah, he's a good player.
You're in a 5.0.
Yeah, he a beast, bro. My pro comp for him, which not gonna lie, I use like scouts for this. I'm not in my bag enough to be like, oh, this guard reminds me of Marshall Yonda. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, I can't be making comps like that. But NFL.com had him comped with Tyler Guyton, which I believe is your boy Brandon. He played for the Cowboys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's another giant, right? Like just a physical specimen that, like, I'm not sure if they have the same strengths and weaknesses or not, but
I see what you're talking about with the hair.
With Ruben Bain?
Nah, you're talking about Lomu who showed up without a cut.
No, I was talking about Ruben Bain.
Oh, okay. Nah, dude just looks like a loose cannon.
Yeah, Ruben Bain, he has the same thing with the short arms, and then he showed up to his pro day looking like, yeah. You might have to pull that up for the audience too, bro. They probably
I got you.
They know because
yeah. Right now he's got Caleb Lomu film from the combine up right now.
Yeah, I meant to pull it up for yours as well. I didn't think of it until after.
Oh no, it's.
Hey, we a work in progress here. We
on the fly.
Producer.
I didn't mean to cut you off though. Did we lose him?
No Q.
No, I'm here. Yeah,
okay.
Literally look up like Ruben Bain like pro day, and just look at bro's cut.
Bet. Oh no! I see.
He said, "I see."
I don't even feel right like doing this to boy. All right.
Oh my goodness.
Here y'all go. He looked like Donald Glover.
Yeah, low key. Yeah, I can see that.
Like how, like from because of the internet, his image during that time period, he looks like him then.
Yeah, it's definitely giving me like a.
Yeah, it's like, bro, the pro day is one of his many interviews before the
Maybe
biggest
not the
interview,
beard.
right, before he gets drafted, and he's like, fuck the barber, bro. Like,
crazy word.
You can feel it in
the streets.
On a day like this, that it feel like summer.
Man. Was that did you already say your comp for him, Q?
Yeah, Tyler Guyton.
That's right. And where do you think he's gonna be going? I'm sorry if I missed that. I was trying to get.
No, you're good. I got him going. I say I could see him going in the first, honestly, but probably like a little like mid first kind of thing. If he was like an elite tackle, like he would be, like a top 5 pick, but I see him going like mid to late first, definitely. I don't see him going out of the first, honestly.
Okay.
For sure.
I yeah, it's interesting. Like I actually want to go back and at least look at the stats of Utah's offense because if we had, two players of their two tackles in their top five tackles, I really wonder what that did for their run game, I mean, like as far as it pertains to my player.
Hold up, my bad. I'm
You
driving,
good?
so I missed a couple things on my dude, like highlights I wanted to
No,
mention
you
just
good?
real quick.
You good? You good?
So his highlights, like he's a lineman. Like we don't got stats on, crazy stats from him,
Right.
but I pulled numbers that I could. So in 2025, he allowed 0 sacks. Like that's good. He's a tackle again, left side. He's gonna probably face like the best pass rushers as a left tackle. And then he only played 2 years, 2024, 2025. So as a freshman in 2024, he only allowed 2 sacks. And he also got freshman All-American honors. And then also in 2025, which I assume your tackle was also part of this, he helped put together a 400 rushing yard game against Colorado. I mean, you got to be bullying some boys out there to run for 400 yards. Deion Sanders need to get them boys in the weight
There was a
room.
whole highlight reel with my man's against Colorado, actually.
Yeah, so maybe you could speak a little bit more on him.
That's wild.
But yeah, I
400
had to mention
yards.
those.
No, yeah,
Sheesh.
absolutely, bro. Yeah. So on the other side, on the right side, um, we got Spencer Forno, and I'm gonna say off his stats, and depending on who you address, you may say I'm right or wrong because I keep it everywhere. There's multiple different like stats on his height, but the per his draft profile, he's listed at 6'6", 308. His overall grade per PFF in 2025 was an 84. His pass block grade was 81.5 and his run block grade was an 80. Now, it's something that's interesting is like against his first game against Utah State. I forget, one of the other Utah schools was actually one of his worst games. If you eliminate that game, he has like an 85.5. He definitely, he just had a rough start. His one thing that did find fascinating is, and this kind of speaks to a little bit about what Q was saying and understanding a little bit how Utah plays. He's got the highest zone run blocking rate in the nation. Like no one does zone run blocking better than he does.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And like but the thing though, these are like, I'm giving you numbers right now. The thing is that's interesting. Oh, let me put up this for y'all so y'all can see his combine. For those of you watching, you can just get a feel for how this guy be moving. He's fast. He ran you'll see.
I've heard Fano's good. I've seen some of the Ravens fan channels talk about him.
Yeah, he's definitely he's a force. But the issue with him, like his numbers look great. But when I watch him play, here's some of the notes that I have on him. He's got a great ability to get to the second level. So like if they're running and they're trying to move upfield, like he can find the linebackers or, some of the DBs pretty easily and you don't want to see him. He's got great awareness and he's able to pick up like stunts. Like there's been a lot of stunts thrown his way and he's been able to, like, he's really intelligent. The 4.9 140 as we saw on the screen here, like this guy's a freak for somebody his size. He's not really stout dude, he's not like your big, like, I mean, he's tall, like he's got length, but he's not like heavy. If you, like I said, he's 308 pounds, which for an offensive tackle is in the NFL, I don't really know is perceived to be a bigger body, but some of his weaknesses that I saw is he's really inconsistent. So like when I watch him, I don't really know how to feel about him. It's like I feel like he needs to work on wrestling because like you see the pure athletic. I mean, you're seeing it right now. He's a raw athlete. Like I feel like he can be coached, but then there's times where like he'll be outpowering a guy and you'll see a man just out wrestle him and just use their body as leverage to move him out of the way. Yeah, I don't know. I fear that
like Max in a way then.
Yeah, like where I feel like it could be coached into him. Where but like I'm just seeing the if you put him in San Francisco at offensive tackle, let's just say New York, because I have him comp to go to either at 5 to New York if they're smart and want to do that route, or at 13 to LA. So you put him in New York and you want to run a scheme running off his side, you can plug and play him that way. Now where I'd have issue is if you got even I hate this, it sounds like I'm trashing him, but even a decent defensive end coming off the edge, I feel like the athleticism does well in the NCAA at the ranks where you got a mixed bag of players, where in the NFL where like everyone's good to great, I feel like the good players can take advantage of them early. So just a little bit of coaching, I feel. I kind of want to see him go to the Giants, specifically because I want Dallas to get Caleb Downs. I have a comp to him. My comp for him is Elijah Vera Tucker. He went to the Jets. He's 6'4", 308 pounds. They're slightly off in size. At height, at least. They both have 32-inch arm spans. Yeah, and I mean, I already said this, but the note here was athletic enough to run and block in any scheme you want, but you just need to polish his technique. So I could, like I said, I could see him going top 15 easily in the draft for anyone that just wants a player that can run block for you immediately and learn to be I think he could be a great tackle as a blocker.
Sure. For sure. I like that. 'Cause I feel the same way about Max. I mean, if he gets coached good, he could definitely be nasty, bro.
Right.
I mean, like, look at Jordan Mailata. Like, he, like I said, came from rugby, but great coaching
lost
can
audio
take
for a
you so
second.
far.
There we go.
And
I'm still showing highlights for something else.
He's doing wonderful. I mean, he's made a great name for himself in the NFL, and he plays amazing. So, I mean, we'll see. If he goes to a good team, like both of our guys, if they both go to a good team with good coaching, they obviously they have the raw athleticism.
Mm-hmm.
With that technique, they're gonna be a monster.
Yeah, and I think the great thing about linemen for the most part is that, like, especially if you're picked in the first round, like, you have an expectation to be starting, right? But there isn't this like all eyes on you pressure like there is for a quarterback, where they almost feel like they're being thrown out there. So I feel like for a lot of I can't think of many teams that he could go to and would struggle, unless it's like, man, I don't think anyone wants to go to Vegas. I'm sorry, Mendoza. I really don't think anyone, like, there's ain't nothing good going on out there. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like he could. I feel like a lot of these, or all three of these tackles, can go somewhere and have great success in the league.
Man, I'm excited, honestly, to see where they go. I mean, where do you think was San Fran? Where you think your guy like?
No, I got him going. Either to 5 to New York if they're smart. But knowing Harbaugh, I feel like he's going to go defense.
Yeah.
That's more wishful thinking. But then I look down the line at other teams that may need him, and there's like LA, the Rams. I think the Rams can pick him up at 13 right after us. So.
I think if because I brought him up earlier, if Bailey doesn't get picked up in the top 4, Harbaugh will probably pick him up at 5. Since you said like he's gonna be defense, which I agree. Yeah, bro, he's a beast, but that's for another week. So.
Yeah, I don't think he's slipping out. Like, if anyone passes on him, that's great crimes.
For real, like, I think it's Mendoza 1, and then honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he went like 2 or something. Or
the rest of it after that
like,
is just depending
probably
on
like Jeremiah Love and then him or something like that. Like,
I feel like there's so much stock into Jeremiah Love that, like, I'm kind of fearful, bro. I fear that, like, people are going to try and, especially now, like, a lot of the teams that we projected, at the time of recording, when we were talking about running backs, the layout of the NFL for teams' needs for a running back was still a little bit different. And then people started to make some moves that, like, I feel like if they were to go and pick him up within the top 5 or top 10 of those teams that we're talking about, your Kansas Cities and things like that, that's a reach. I would dare say that those are starting to be reaches. You can start to feel, I don't know, maybe it's best player available. I mean, maybe that is the best player on the board at the time. You know?
We also really don't know until it happens. You know what I mean? Like, we could all be completely wrong. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, there's gonna be a team or two that makes like some random ass terrible pick. It happens every year that you're like, what the fuck?
Exactly. But it's like, you know, they have like a vision for them, and then, you know, obviously it doesn't work out. So, you know, they just,
and now you stuck with that
and they lose. Yeah,
they'd be the only team with that vision, because you're like, why the fuck did you pick like the 22nd best player at like 7, bro? Like,
right. They're like, our interview was great. Our 30-day visit was amazing.
Yeah, they're like, oh, you should have seen him on the whiteboard. It's like, nigga, I saw him on the field and
where it matters. Yeah, I mean, Dallas is guilty of that. We reached and got Luke Schoonmaker in the second round a few years ago from Michigan.
The Raiders are fucking terrible for that.
I'm glad we kind of chill. At least not with our first round picks. We don't do that. Like, we would have, the year that Johnny Manziel would have been out, we ended up getting, like, Jerry kept saying Johnny, but we got Zach Martin. Like, I'm glad we didn't reach for a quarterback that was selling autographs.
That was what, 2014?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
I remember Johnny Manziel, though. He was slinging that John.
He's also slinging paid autographs around, bro.
That's Johnny Manziel, I'll put Johnny Manziel college highlights up against anybody, bro.
Yo, he was balling though, bro. I like
that for real.
Nice,
he was real nice. He was real nice. Where did he play at again?
Texas A&M.
It was at Texas A&M? It was A&M, right?
A&M.
Yeah, it was. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
He was beating Alabama when they were like, you know, the nastiest team in the fucking country and shit. Like, that nigga was nice.
Man. But yeah, I mean,
very entertaining.
For real.
Just make sure no acquisitions have happened in this short period of time. Yeah, no, it's been pretty quiet. Wait. Yeah, so back to just to touch on something. Yeah, something I just noticed, and I kind of saw this was going to happen, but in regards to the tush push, we were talking about it a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
it's back. It's back for 2026.
Oh wow!
They won't go up for vote at the owners' meetings at all. So, or it didn't go up.
I mean, they didn't get rid of it. They didn't do anything about it.
They didn't vote at it. Apparently, per Yahoo Sports, they didn't even have a vote.
You know what? Though?
So I think
here's my thing with it too, though, and I don't think I brought it up that week that you're talking about, that we talked about it, but a lot of the teams that voted against it and, you know, wanted to get it banned ended up using it a lot. You know what I mean? So it's like, I found it so funny. Like, I'm pretty sure the Bills and the Packers both voted against it and used it so much. So I found it hilarious.
They did, yeah.
That they, you know, they used what they wanted banned so bad.
I'm pretty sure the Chiefs used it too, but they used it with Travis Kelce instead of Patrick Mahomes.
Okay, I was gonna say, I hope they don't do that with Patrick Mahomes.
I didn't watch any Chiefs games.
Same thing with the Ravens. Like, they'll do the same thing. Like, they'll run the little tush push bullshit, but they put like Mark Andrews in there instead of Lamar, because I believe Patrick Mahomes got hurt during doing the tush push like a couple years ago. So they're like, no, we're not doing that shit anymore with him.
Whoever signed off on that play should be hurt. Like, what? Why are you gonna put Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts are two totally different athletes?
Yeah, not for real.
Yeah, that's like,
they only got the legs for it. So
explain to dudes like why the fuck Lamar Jackson can't take the same amount of hits that fucking Josh Allen can. They're like, why do they Why does the media
Let's
do
start with
this? Maybe because fucking Josh Allen is built like a linebacker and
Yeah, start with their builds.
like a
Yeah.
slot receiver or something. Like, what the fuck?
Right.
Isn't Josh Allen like 6'5", 250 or something?
Yeah,
like that?
yeah, like he's a
He's
big
like
dude.
6'2" or 6'3", but like 240 or something. Like, that nigga's big, bro. He's like built like Cam Newton.
Is he really?
Some linebackers looked at him and are probably looking up to him.
Taller.
You know what I'm saying? I thought he was 6'5" too.
He was taller. Yeah, I thought he was 6'5".
6'5" is huge.
Yeah, no, he's 6'5".
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, he's 6'5".
He is 240 though. He is.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
though.
standing next to linebackers, bro, he makes them look like boys.
Yeah, like he's.
The winner, he's gonna run into you.
He built like that.
He's a running back.
Yeah.
Lamar
Got a
Jackson's
cannon.
like probably like 210 or some shit. Like,
yeah, and
Right.
he's like 6'2", and
I
think
doubt
Mahomes is
I doubt
6'3".
he's like that, but again, Josh Allen will truck a linebacker. Lamar Jackson's getting his shit blasted, yo.
Yeah, but Lamar Jackson's also, Lamar Jackson. Like, he's gonna juke you, bro, and he's just gonna get shifty on you.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna throw this. Just because it came out, this just came out, a little while ago now. But we've gone many episodes without talking about this, and I know we've just got 3 of us here. But let's just humor me here for a second, all right? So these NFLPA team report cards came out for the 2025 season.
I was looking at that.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, somebody's good,
mine.
somebody's bad. Let's start, let's go. We'll go in, alphabetical order for the Ravens. Overall, it looks like y'all got like a B. And here's the criteria for those of you who can't see. The criteria they grade them on, it looks like a A to F grade on F minus is crazy for Cincinnati. Anyways,
what is it?
This is a NFLPA report cards, like for how like the Baltimore Ravens facilities were, right? So they talk about they touch on points for treatment of the families, food and dining area, nutrition and dietitian, locker room, training staff, weight room, and why is this here? Strength coaches. Is there more that's not showing up here?
Man, the Falcons have a wonderful facility. It looks like everything's like A and B over
travel, head coaching, and team ownership. Like they literally ask him everything about how is it to play for the Baltimore Ravens. And it looks like
how is it actually like graded though? Like who like does the grading?
The players.
The players. Okay.
They asked,
like
the NFLPA is like the players union. Like this is like them asking each player, hey, like this is like nitty gritty. This is what the players think of the teams. They're not. I don't think they. Maybe someone. I can look into this later. I'm not going to go out and like on a limb and say this is fact, but I don't think they signed off like their name on it. I think they're just given, like a test. Just fill out how you think about this place, and then let us know so we can figure out like if like what's going on with the facility or whatever. And I'm not going to go down. Yeah, I heard about this last year, and I thought it was fascinating that they are giving them a voice because it's actually really exposing these multi-million-dollar companies, right?
Billion. So
yeah, overall, I'm not going to go down the line of each of these. The Ravens, I will just say overall got to be like a B plus. Across their facility. I'm going to go on down to the Dallas. Wait, did I feel? No, the Philly's down there. Yeah, so the Cowboys got. Looks like it's kind of all over the place.
Like a
which
B
like kind of makes sense.
Plus,
yeah, like a B.
Grades are a reflection of the team's like efforts because all these teams have money, bro. Like it's just some teams give a fuck
they should all be A's
about like certain things that other teams don't really give a fuck about. It's just like the same like one company like they want you to have like they want you to take time off, or like they try to accommodate you with this or that, or they try to make sure you have everything you need, as opposed to another company's like, you figure that shit out yourself. I pay you enough to figure that shit out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I can give you the full scale view now. So now I understand it now. The Baltimore Ravens are 13th out of 32 teams ranked. The overview, once again, the Baltimore Ravens finished in the middle of the pack with no significant weaknesses. It seems the team provides a very solid workplace environment for their players. Players appreciate the strong leadership from the owner, general manager, and head coach. Some improvements that players recommend include larger, more functional lockers, upgraded hot and cold tubs, and better communication with their families throughout the season.
Okay.
Which,
okay.
Anyway.
Sound like very minor complaints.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like anything too crazy, especially, okay. We're going to come on down to Dallas. We're 10th out of 32, which is shocking. Anyways, the Dallas Cowboys finished this season in the top 10 and excelling in several areas. Their facilities, including the locker room and weight room, are top tier, and they consistently rank among the best. And how the organization treats players' families, which I hear a lot about, actually. I mean, I obviously closely follow my team, and I hear nothing but like great things, how they involve them. Even like when they have like gender reveals and stuff like that, like they be putting in on it. But I'm gonna kind of just breeze through this because they talked a lot here. Players identifying the training room needs improvement, with players requesting more physical therapists and better treatment modalities. I've heard that as well, which is, again, shocking for an organization that feels like they should be able to have, some of the best and doing that in the most in abundance. Kind of going to end the coverage.
Hold on, can you educate me real quick? What does modality mean? I never heard that word.
Great question.
I want to just act like I knew what that was. Like, nah.
A particular mode in which something exists or is experienced or expressed.
Okay.
Just like how...
Got it.
Yeah, like it's almost like someone's perception, it seems like to me.
Yeah, in a way, yeah. Okay. I get it, though, yeah.
Yeah, synonyms. It's an English class, bruh.
No, because I
can read the word. No,
run by that.
Run through it, right? Yeah.
What that mean? Hold on.
From like contextually, it seems like no, that doesn't even make sense now that I read that. All right, a synonym for it would be a method or approach, a manner. They use the word mode, which is like, who says that, bro?
Yeah, like that's such a, I don't know.
A procedure, a way, a technique, a form, a method. So it's
I feel like that's such a specific word. Like, I don't know.
Treatment methods, a treatment. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I'm plugging that into mine. I'm plugging that into my vocab, bro. Moving on to the Philadelphia Eagles, ranking 20.
Talk to me, Jeffrey.
22nd out of 32, bro. How you feel? Let me just get into it. Let me just go. There's a lot here, too.
Jeffrey, what we doing over there, man?
The Eagles finish the year ranked 22nd. There are many seemingly low-cost improvements the team can make that would quickly improve the player's experience. Players identify 3 easy fixes, providing childcare on game days, like most NFL teams do. Prioritizing first-class seating for players instead of coaches. And staggering lunch times to avoid overcrowding in the cafeteria.
These are such weird, like...
I almost threw my hat.
It was raged. That's crazy, though. Like, nah, for real. Mr. Lurie, what we doing over there? Mr. Businessman?
Another recurring issue is a lack of
space. Saying, bro, some jobs really have that attitude. Like, bro, I pay you enough money. Why the fuck I gotta do extra shit for you?
Y'all just hosted and won a Super Bowl. How much revenue did y'all gain just from that alone? And you mean to tell me people are talking about they don't got child care facilities, first class seating? Like I would have like. So you mean to tell me you could potentially be sitting next to? Let me start flying out of Philly. I'm on tour. I'm gonna start. I got you. I'm
In
gonna be sitting next to.
2024, real quick to answer your question,
Yeah.
we made almost 700 million total in revenue in that year alone. That's
Where did it
wild.
go?
In Jeffrey Lurie pocket. Actually, no, paying our players.
On paper his salary is 60, but I don't think he's not gonna make 60 ever in his
Who,
career.
Dak
Everyone
Prescott?
says everyone says he's a $60 million contract, but he keeps getting restructured and his money pushed forward. Same thing we did with Tony Romo.
They should have let that boy walk. I called it when it happened. They should have let that boy walk.
I
He hit
thought
the
they
books
did like
for
a
40.
restructure of his contract though.
Mhm.
Is he still
Yeah,
making
they keep
60 after? Restructure?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he'll ever actually make, like, we call him the $60 million quarterback because that's what like he signed to, but that thing's been broken down. He put that thing down, flipped it and reversed it so many times that like that money's been spread out like beyond whatever the original contract was. He's been extended. It's like all this extra stuff where like he gets the same amount of money, maybe a little bit more now, like overall, but like it's not going to ever be a $60 million cap hit on one player. That's Jerryism right there. He's got to take the pie.
Man, wow.
Because let me look this up actually.
Like his
Let me make sure I'm not
contract
tripping.
is 240, right? Like it was a 4-year, 240 million extension, and 230 of it is guaranteed.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying, bro. They get in to get too much money, bro. He's like one of the highest paid athletes in the world.
like
it's crazy.
And remember what we talked about the other like a few weeks back when we were watching? I think you had actually showed a video in our show of Dak Prescott talking about like a player coming in, or like George Pickens. That's what it was. It was George Pickens, remember? And
yeah.
And he was like talking about like, hey, like, like if you love the game so much and all this, it's easy to say that when you make that much money, isn't it? You know what I mean?
What the fuck did I say when we were talking about that? What the fuck did I say? Exactly, bro.
Exactly.
The highest paid quarterback in the league ain't done shit. He's like George Pickens. Yeah, you need to take.
Nah, but I will.
Nah, nigga, the fuck is you talking about, bro?
Let me interject though. Like he again will never make $60 million until, and I mean, I can't say never because the salary, the overall cap of the league, like per team, can grow and it will every year, right? As we get more viewership, hopefully, for numbers to work out for everybody, right?
I mean, 60 mil a year is 60 mil a year, but they guarantee that nigga 230, bro. 230.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, but he's also on the books until.
Bro.
Yeah. He's on the books until 29.
Like, no like productivity. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, he's killed niggas, but like he has not like
produced 60.
Right? I don't know. There's been years where I'm like, bro, this is like their window, and like they missed that shit, bro. Like I feel like they missed that shit. Like
if he's getting paid that much, he should be the best quarterback in the league, hands down, no questions.
Nah, he's only making $43 million this year.
How much?
43.
Okay, if you rank that in like salary cap for quarterbacks, where is that at?
Let's see, actually.
Like, I feel like that makes a little bit more sense. Even that's a little bit questionable, though.
Yeah, but like the number doesn't matter. Like where it ranks among the others is what really matters.
Yeah, that's true.
I got you here. I'm pulling it up now.
Like 60s, wow, just like on paper, like how.
So and like this is the thing. It says like this website says Dak is making 60 this year, but that's not true. I know that for a fact. That's why we have money to move around. But after that, it says Joe Burrow at 55, Josh Allen at 55, Jordan Love at 55, Trevor Lawrence at 55, Jared Goff at 53, Brock Purdy at 53. And my man is still under these people, by the way. Let me keep going. Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, Deshaun Watson, Patrick Mahomes, Daniel Jones, and we stop right there just over Matt Stafford. So like when we keep going in about how much money he's making, he's like way below middle of the pack.
Yeah, but I would take all those quarterbacks, like almost all those quarterbacks above that.
You're lying. You're fucking lunching right now, bro.
Other than what Jordan Love and then Trevor Lawrence, like almost everybody else.
Brock Purdy, Justin Herbert, Jalen Hurts, Deshaun Watson,
Justin Herbert,
Daniel
hell
Jones.
yeah, hell yeah,
Come on, bro.
hell yeah. I'm taking Justin Herbert. Brock Purdy, nah. But like, yeah, Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow, Lamar, Mahomes,
That's where we
Jalen
disagree.
Hurts. I don't know. Honestly, that's a debate. Truly,
Well, yeah, we definitely disagree there. This man's trying to trigger me up.
Oh no, if you getting triggered over Dak Prescott, like
We getting triggered at Jerry, yo. Why he getting that much money?
that's the thing. I
great.
couldn't defend like Hurts or Dak because I don't think either are nice like that. I don't think either are bad, but like neither are like.
I feel like
we just had this
super great
discussion.
at
Didn't we just
anything,
not talk
to be
about
honest.
how, as a quarterback, Dak is a way better player than Jalen Hurts? That's what I'm saying. Like, what are we backtracking on now? We literally just talked about
Yeah,
this
he
a couple
definitely
weeks.
throws the ball better.
So we're gonna pay Jalen Hurts to be a high paid running back, or like what? That's what I'm saying. Like, are we actually having a discussion about this?
Yes, yeah. How much does he get paid? Because I wouldn't pay him like a ton of money either.
$51 million.
$51 million.
I feel like.
See, but the
crazy,
argument
too.
is like he's done, like he's been to what, 2 Super Bowls, like
All he's doing on his back. Is he $8 million better than Dak Prescott?
I mean, the 22 season definitely was more him than the 24 season.
I agree. The 22 season, he was like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's no, I mean, right now, we talking about right now. And maybe we can even talk about last season.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there is certain quarterbacks where, like, they've had years where it's like, okay, he's, like, clearly the best player in the league, so, like, you got to pay them. And that's the problem with, like, where I have problems defending Lamar. It's like, bro, like, nigga's been nice. It ain't paid off in the playoffs, bro. And, like, that's coming from a Ravens fan, bro. Like,
yeah.
But then, you back Justin Herbert, though. You know what I'm saying? Who also hasn't done anything in the playoffs.
Have you seen his stats, bro? Go look at his stats. He plays for the Chargers, man. I think he has a 5,000-yard season as a rookie. He passed for like 4,600 yards or something. Like, he has crazy stats, but he plays on a shitty team.
So all regular season Warriors.
I mean, you talking about Dak Prescott, bro? Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. All regular season Warriors.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. It's like, it's hard to debate because, like, there's only so many quarterbacks that actually win in the playoffs. It's like, it's the same thing where, like, Jalen Hurts, like, he's gone off in the playoffs. Am I taking him over Lamar? I'm definitely not, but he obviously has played better in the playoffs. There's no debating that.
Now, understand me when I say Dak isn't a playoff even winning quarterback. I'm not arguing that, but like, yeah, when you were saying something about like Trevor Lawrence and like I went down some of these names and you were like, he's better than him. I was like, that's like disrespectful.
How many appearances does Dak Prescott have? Sorry to cut you off.
He might be like one. No, sorry. You know, I'm gonna look it up. I'm not gonna pull this out my butt. Pause. He's 2-5 in the playoffs.
2-5, yeah. So he's been in 7 playoffs.
Yeah.
And he's only 2.
Justin Herbert playoff record. 0-3.
Yeah, I was gonna say Justin Herbert hasn't won a playoff game.
Yeah, Mr. Owen.
I know, not last season, but I'm pretty sure the year before.
Oh, that's right. He did throw. He out here looking like CJ Stroud last year.
He went all season. He threw 3 picks all season. He gets in the playoffs and throws 4. It's like, what is that?
Yep. And he had a wonderful regular season.
He lost to Trevor. He lost to Trevor Lawrence. Like, I don't know. That's
and Lamar's 2-4. So I mean, it's like all these people we're talking about are all the same players.
They came back on them, by the way, in that game.
No, Lamar Jackson's 2-4. I'm saying all of our like the people that out of those like that room we were talking about with Herbert. I mean, I can keep going down some of these other names, but like Herbert, Dak. Did I say Herbert? Yeah, I did. Herbert, Dak, and Jackson. They're all like not so hot in the playoffs. bunch of regular season hope getters, copium sellers.
No, literally.
Anyway, man, we went off on a tangent there after the league rules and then into the NFLPA stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
I just want to throw this in there real quick. Jalen Hurts is 6-4 in the playoffs.
yeah,
So,
see, I can't argue that. I can't argue.
You said what
I
is
can't
that?
argue anything.
Jalen Hurts is 6-4 in the playoffs.
A win is a win.
Yeah, see, that's a crazy record.
He's a winner, bro. He's a winner.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's definitely a winner.
Like winning stats, like against
Tangibles,
the
yeah.
AFC. I know, like he's
Or
barely
intangibles.
lost. Like you could count on literally on one hand how many times he's lost to the AFC team. So like,
Right.
he's a winner, bro. He's a winner.
Hell yeah. I mean, when it
Might
matters,
not
you
look
know, when
pretty,
the
but
lights
he'll get
come
the job
on,
done. Yeah.
you know, it don't got to be. We don't really talk about how pretty the game was. We talk about who got that ring at the end of the day. So,
Yeah, for real.
and I can't say my team has sniffed one in a long time, unless they get close to Jerry.
Jerry, let me smell your breath.
Oh, that's great. Yo, that's crazy. He said, "Kiss the ring, bro. Kiss the ring." Man, so what we got guards coming up next week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Defensive guards.
Okay, yeah, moving forward. I'm struggling, y'all. Like I said this off air. I'm just gonna be like forthcoming. I ain't gonna lie about shit. When it comes to like offensive linemen, I struggle to evaluate that. I'm doing my due diligence with it, getting some education from other people as well. But it's really hard to like, especially to like see how this player is gonna go once they get to the league. Because as we were talking about with these tackles, it's really up to them on how much they want to work. Sometimes you see athletic prospects come in and thrive, and some people, you know, not be able to take the heat. So. Yeah, moving forward, it's gonna be interesting to just see how all these where they get drafted if we're close to being correct and how they actually perform.
Yeah, for sure. I agree.
But
I kind of was struggling with the same things, honestly. Since we're being, so transparent.
yeah, I was gonna say I ain't got nothing to lie about. We're all learning as we go. Not like we're new to the sport.
That was gonna be my point. That we're still learning, so we're trying to figure it out. And like how we were talking about earlier, I learned a lot of new like terminology, even just watching the film that I was watching about Max. So yeah, it's been fun though. It's been fun, and we're getting better. So
yeah, man. Each and every day we at this behind the scenes. Y'all don't know the work we be putting in, but man, I appreciate Michael. I appreciate Q for coming here. Some of, as you see, some of our other cast isn't able to make it here tonight. They had other obligations and they're busy and things like that. We're all living busy lives. Hopefully you'll catch them on the next go round. But from Mike, from Q, from myself, all love. You know what it is.
All love.
Hey, you made it to the end. Thanks for that.
Sure to check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
And if you don't feel like listening to the podcast and would rather watch and get our live reactions, make sure to check us out on YouTube.
Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know how we did.
Also, if you like sports and games, check out our Discord link in the description.